I'm Tim Shelton, graduate assistant in men's basketball at San Diego State, grad school, post-secondary education. One thing people would be surprised to know about me is that I'm actually not bad at music. I feel like that's kind of the thing. You kind of you get surprised when you first see a video and you're like, hey, is that like he's rapping? That's kind of weird, and it doesn't sound bad. I have seen the UNLV response to my music video, and I kind of laughed about it. I mean, it was a response that ended up being actually pretty good because they beat us at home, but in terms of a video and lyrically and the quality of the video, I wasn't too impressed by it. I don't know if I'm going to answer back. Fortunately for that guy, I don't know his name, but you know, he has no real affiliation with the school besides that. I mean, my role here is a little different, kind of in the public eye, and each game I'm sitting right behind Coach Fisher, so I don't think there will be a video firing back at that video, but you know, who knows what could happen. Plans to pursue rapping after SDSU, kind of up in the air at the moment. I mean, my last semester of graduate school, I only have one class left, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds. Music is a passion of mine, so it's something that, you know, a lot of people dream about being some type of superstar, either in the movies or music, and it's obviously something that would be fun. It'd be a very fun lifestyle with a lot of challenges that come to it. So we'll see what happens. I have some projects in the works, music video that I'm putting together right now, actually, and some songs that I've recorded. I actually started learning how to produce my own music, not like the beats, but in terms of like the recording process for microphone and effects and things of that nature. So I've learned a lot of that in the last 4 months, so I'm putting together my own project right now. I would like to be able to collaborate with a lot of different artists. I know there are a lot of artists that I've heard that are like underground, like in terms of either singers or rappers, that I would like to be able to collaborate with. People who I hear that they have a lot of talent, but they might not have made it into the mainstream yet. In terms of people who have made it, there are quite a bit. I'm a big fan of Miguel Jantel. Just big fan of Brandy for some reason since I was little. You know, mainstream guys, big fan of Drake, Kurt Cobain's, Wale's one of the guys you like to work with. It's just kind of all across the board. There's so many artists out there who can inspire you in a lot of different ways. I'm not sure if Tony Gwynn knows about the shout out in the song. A lot of people actually didn't know he led our team in assists like for a career, and so when I put that out there, people are like, wait, really? Tony Gwynn is the guy that leads the team in assists? I'm like, yeah, he was a heck of a basketball player, and Coach kind of raves about, you know, him in the past being here and things like that. So I don't know if he knows about it or not. I haven't talked to him about it. So I've had the opportunity to meet Tony Gwynn quite a few times, and he's always been a pleasure and always has a big smile on his face, and always that high character guy that you hear that he is, and then when you meet him and you get to talk to him a little bit, definitely a reflection of what people say. Coach Fisher, from my eyes as a player, it's kind of, first, I feel like Coach Fisher was a friend to me because as a recruit, he's a guy who, I was injured. I tore my ACL. I didn't play my senior year of high school, and he was a guy who saw me play the year before and was like, hey, I really believe in you and your character, and like even beyond basketball, I feel like you're going to be a great person, so I want to still offer you a scholarship. I believe you're going to get better. And so we developed a relationship like beyond basketball before me ever really getting here, and that's one of those things that just drew me to him and drew me to the program, and just seeing him and being with him from freshman all the way to a fifth-year senior. He handles adversity really well. He handles different varieties of character very well, and to be able to manage that and put it all together and take that to a court and a crowd and pressure situations, and to be able to win games and close games and respond in such a high character manner. And it's one of those things that inspired me to want to stay around and to want to pursue coaching after I was done playing basketball. And Coach Fisher, he means a lot to me personally, my family, my career, you know, where I am today, and you know, hopefully where I'll be in the future. He has a lot to do with all of that. So my transition from player to coach has been somewhat, not difficult, but somewhat a challenge, because I mean, I even still get asked by the guys like, hey, you want to go out, you want to do this, you want to do that, and sometimes I can go out with the guys, sometimes I can, and just a different set of obligations. So it's from, you know, the jersey to the suit, it's a little bit different, and you kind of know your limits when it comes to wanting to be a part of this scene and wanting to be a part of that scene. My reaction to Jamal's self-pass dunk, this is another thing you have to learn. After you're not playing, you can't go as crazy on the bench as everyone else can. You have to keep your composure. It's a part of like coaching etiquette or something. So my reaction to Jamal when he threw it off the backboard and dunked it was like, I kind of looked around, and then this I knew was a phenomenal dunk. The fans from the other section in Fresno State, like I looked directly above where Jamal dunked, and there were like 20 people who all stood up and were like, yes! And they were all excited. I'm like, oh man, he's got the whole other crowd on his side. They're all fans of Jamal Franklin now. So my response is, phenomenal play. Jamal is one of the most creative players I've ever seen, and I've seen him do it in practice before. I've seen him do it over summer league. So it's kind of amount of time before he did it in the game. My expectations for the rest of the season are high. I think everyone's expectations are high. A couple weeks ago we had 2 losses in a row, but we responded with 2 very big wins last week in beating Nevada and in beating New Mexico, who was still is the #1 seed in our league right now. So we beat them very well, played good defense. If we can keep up our defensive intensity and just continue to get better and play as a team, I don't see why we can't win a league championship. I don't see why we can't win a conference championship and make an impact in the NCAA tournament as well. I'm Tim Shelton, and you're watching the Mighty 1090.